Welcome to Funnel Hacker Radio Podcast, where we go behind the scenes and uncover the tactics and strategies top entrepreneurs are using to make more sales, dominate their markets, and how you can get those same results. Here's your host, Dave Woodward.
Hey everybody, welcome back again to Funnel Hacker Radio. I'm your host, Dave Woodward, and again today, we have the one and only Julie Stoian with us.
Hi guys.
We're super excited today because this is a topic that people are always asking about, because everyone's always like, well gosh, I know you can spend money on Facebook and you can do all these things to drive traffic, but what if I have no money and I want to be able to get free traffic or build my funnel? So we brought Julie on to kind of talk about how to actually do this. So what are some of the ideas and things that you have as far as ideas to make that happen?
Yeah. All right. So one of my biggest ways, obviously it goes without saying that spamming and being promotional is not a good idea. But there is a kind of a cool way, and I call it attraction marketing. And it's a little bit more intensive than turning on a Facebook ad, but this is a legit way to do it. So the first thing that you should do is get your personal Facebook profile kind of looking a little businessy. You mean, I know you're not really supposed to use it for business, but put a nice cover photo up there, make sure your page is linked in your bio, and, just get it looking not like you're going to show like 8,000 pictures of your cat or something. All right, so get it looking, and make sure your avatar is your face, like not a cat, not a dog, not a cartoon, like your face. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go into Facebook groups, but before you do that, you're going to post on your timeline something about your webinar or your funnel or whatever. You know what I mean? Like post something, and I call this Wallbait. And this is like bait. It's just sitting on your personal timeline where you have complete free reign. And then all you need to do is go into Facebook groups. Do not post, just answer questions. Your main goal is to just answer questions and be as helpful as you can. No malintent, no promo, no spam. Usually what happens is if you go and help 100 people, 20 or 30 of them are going to go click on your profile, and there's your wall bait sitting right there.
Oh, I love that.
Because that's what they do. They look at your latest post, right? And don't make it a weird selfie of you. Like make it the entrance to your funnel.
That's a cool idea. I love wall bait. Never heard that term. We'll have to coin that. That's now trademarked, wall bait.
So that's like my big way. Like if you need to fill up a webinar, you need to get 20, 30 people on it. Just help people, and then help people who would probably like your webinar and put the webinar on your profile. So that's one way. The second way is to put it as the signature in your email.
Oh, awesome idea.
In your email, like put a little tagline and be like, hey, do you want to know how to whatever, and then put a link there. So that's another way. The third way is to get on podcasts. Right?
Like this.
Yes. So start looking for podcasts. Lots of podcasters need interviewees. Like it's a constant need. So find podcasts where your target audience lives and make sure that you have a really easy link because it's all audio. So don't be like, go to juliestoian.com, keyword groups, keyword ClickFunnels, keyword, you know what I mean? Like make it easy so that you can say it and then people can go to that link.
I think that's one of the main things. Obviously, if those of you guys who are listening to Funnel Hacker Radio, you know I have a lot of people on. I always give them at the end. The key here, anytime you're on a podcast, obviously, you got to provide a massive amount of value before you start doing any self-promotion or anything like that.
Yeah.
But most hosts are going to be very generous with you as far as if you've just provided 20 minutes of value to their audience, they have no problem saying, hey, you know what? Where can they find you? Where can they reach out to you?
Exactly.
And keep that super, super simple. I've had some people where it's this huge, long thing. I'm like, you have to understand people are either driving, they're exercising.
Yeah.
They're not going to remember that.
Yeah. Make special links for... I was on EO Fire and he was like, you make a link that's like your domain /
Yeah.
Right. So you could do the same thing if you're on Dave's, podcast. It's like, juliestoian.com /funnelhacker.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah. GLD does a great job. Anytime you listen to his links always end in fire.
Fire. Yeah. So podcasts are a great way. Email signature. You have to, it's more slow going. If you have no ad budget, it's just more slow going. Obviously, you can do things like Pinterest. We had an episode on Pinterest, right? Pinterest with blogs, which lead into your funnel. You can do that. You can also do guest posting on other people's sites where there's already an audience.
Oh, that's a cool idea. Guest posting as a blog?
Yeah, so like offering to guest post on, somebody else's blog where they will provide you with, a link. And so then you can add the link to your funnel that way. So obviously like traditional PR publicity can get tons of traffic. Like if you get a good media piece, you can get a lot of traffic that way. And then JV partners. This is a huge one, like Dream 100.
I'm a huge believer in that.
Yeah. So
We just actually had, I mean, this is one of my favorite topics here is Dream 100.
Yeah.
It was really fun. We had Christopher Voss, who has commented on a couple of my Facebook Lives, has followed Russell. He was super kind the other day and sent me a very, very genuine gift. I'd done a Facebook Live right around Christmas time about one of my favorite Christmas carols. I heard the bells on Christmas Day, and so my post was basically, God is not dead, nor doth he sleep, which came from the carol. And he actually had written a handwritten note, sent me this a little tiny treasure chest where you open it up, and inside were two little tiny books about the size of my thumb, which were picture books about the carol. And they had bookmarked that piece there as far as God is not dead, nor doth he sleep. And then today, I walked in the office, and Russell loves getting presents. So if you want to get on Russell's list, send great presents to the office. But it was really cool because he sent a very personal thing to Russell. As you know, Russell's a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, or Mormons. And the first prophet was Joseph Smith, and his brother Hiram were both martyred. And basically what happened was there was a little bronze, I don't know, what is it, 3 inches tall or something like that?
Yeah,
little tiny thing. But it was the thought that he put behind it. And it was really cool because Christopher basically had taken a picture of the one that he had on his desk, and that was on the back of the letter. And then he had enclosed that in his gift to Russell. Again, not asking for anything. It was just totally, thank you so much. I've gotten all this value from the content you're providing, and my way of saying thank you to you was just by sending this. And so it's kind of cool. Yeah. Julie and I were both there as Russell was opening it. Yep. And it was touching to Russell because he put so much thought into it. On the flip side, we had someone who is dying to wants an hour worth of Russell's time, wants him to film a video, wants him to write the foreword of his book, sent a gift to the office, and then just shows up. And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. That's the wrong way to do it.
That's called a bribe.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so like the Dream 100 is like building those strategic relationships, because at some point there may be a situation where there's a win-win for both of you, and then you can leverage their audience, but it's got to be like, you can't be weird about it. Like, this is the thing. It's about being thoughtful and giving value up front first. And so Dana...
On that, I want to cut you off there, but the whole idea is what Julie just said. I can't stress that enough. It is being thoughtful and giving value. So often it's what's in it for me, what's in it for me, what's in it for me. And that, especially if you don't have money right now to spend on a huge ad budget, then what you have is time.
Right.
And so make sure that time is valuable time for you as well as for whoever you're reaching out to.
Exactly. And that people can smell genuine, like I want to build a relationship versus I just want something from you. But Dana Derricks, who wrote the Dream 100 book, he's just basically said like one Dream 100 person who could give me a shout out is worth thousands and thousands of dollars in ad money.
Totally agree with that.
Yeah. So there's a couple other things you can do. SEO is still something you can do.
We were talking about that just the other day with R.L. Adams here in the office.
Yeah. So, in order to use SEO and get organic traffic, your content has to be amazing. It has to be like 10,000 words, amazing, keyword rich. It's even better if you can get on an authority domain like Entrepreneur, Inc., Forbes, like that, so that it can rank up. And if you can get a link on there into your funnel, you've got just free traffic all the live long day.
So let's kind of talk a little more about that, because I think this is something a lot of you guys who are listening could do. When we're saying keyword rich, there's a difference between keyword rich versus keyword stuffing.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, kind of define the difference there and what we're talking about.
Yeah, so Google's really smart now. Google used to not be smart, and gone were the days, where you could, like, let's say you wanted to write an article on funnels. You just write sales funnels like 8 million times, right? That doesn't work anymore. You do want your keyword in some strategic places. You want it in the title. You want it in the permalink, so like the link that comes on the end. You want it in your meta description of the post, and you want it in an H1 tag inside the post itself. And you also want it 1 or 2 times in the content, ideally hyperlinked as well. But that's about it. The rest of the time, you need to take that keyword and think of all the other ways that you might say that keyword.
Is that the LSI we were talking about yesterday?
That's the LSI, yeah, latent semantic index, yeah. And so you would think of other ways, like maybe you would use pipeline or sales funnel versus funnel or sales pipeline, or maybe you would say, lead generation or something like that. Like, because Google wants to see all the words that you would say like a human would say, not like a machine. And then make sure all of your photos and images and everything on the page are also have keywords or those LSI words that are like that.
I think that's the part a lot of people forget are the images. You get a lot of, it's crazy how many people click on images, how many people, I mean, those images actually is a great place to make sure you have those keywords.
Yeah, and Google image search, you know, when people search for images on Google, and then it leads them to
perfect
the site.
idea.
Yeah. Try to get on as authoritative as a domain as possible, and, you know, good content will get links. If you can get it on a big site like Entrepreneur, you don't really need to worry about it. Like, people will just link into it. If you're on a dinky little site that's your site, you may have to work a little harder to get some links.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any other ideas you can think of off the top of your head?
Yeah, Instagram. Instagram's another one. You get one link on Instagram, but if you can get 10,000 followers, you also get the swipe up feature on Instagram stories. It's about delivering content that the platform and the people on that platform naturally like. You can't try to like go into Instagram and like put weird things that Instagrammers don't like, you know, leverage whatever's on that platform and try to be as native to the platform as possible. And then you can use the bio link as the entry point to your funnel. I
think that's great. I know shoutouts are things you can buy. There are also shoutouts you can trade. So you can actually go out to other people's pages who have similar type of followers. It's going to be really hard if you have 500 followers to go to a person with 50,000.
Right.
But if you got 500 followers, you can reach out to someone else and do a shout out for them, and they'll do the shout out for you as well, especially if it's in the same type of niche or industry that you're in.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, YouTube is a whole nother channel that you can get traffic from. This is very SEO driven, so you're looking to create videos with keywords that people are searching for on YouTube. Really, you know, keyword rich descriptions, tags, and link into your funnel. LinkedIn, I've not cracked the LinkedIn code, but I've heard that for like any social media platform, it's about being native to the platform and really delivering the kind of content that that platform wants and likes.
I love that. YouTube, one of the things we use is TubeMogul.
Okay.
Where you can kind of go in and you can look, see what are some of the, if you find another video that's getting a lot of traffic, you can basically, if you're using TubeMogul, or there's other ones that do the same type of thing where it'll literally tell you the keywords that are in there, what people are searching for, and then you can create a video similar to that one. Usually, obviously something a little bit better or something like that, you get that type of stuff. But or even reviews. We're seeing a lot of reviews on YouTube that are getting a lot of traffic too.
Yep. So, you know, obviously Facebook, we talked about doing the Wallbait on your personal profile. Facebook Lives are still really great ways to get organic reach. So, you know, all of this takes time, but if you don't have money, like you said, you probably have time, you know? And so those are the primary ways that I have built traffic, you know, gotten traffic organically.
Well, as always, we love having Julie on. It's been fun having her in the office this week. So I stole some of the time here to get a couple episodes in.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But if you want to get more of Julie, come to Funnel Hacking Live. So go to funnelhackinglive.com, get your tickets for Funnel Hacking Live, March 21st to the 24th in Orlando. But most importantly, she's going to be one of our roundtable hosts, and we're super excited for that. So she will actually be there answering any questions at all that you have. So come sit at her table, ask her the questions that you want answered. And if not, how else can they get a hold of you?
You guys can find me. I'm on the ClickFunnels blog. I'm in the ClickFunnels group. You can find me at facebook.com/Julie Stoian.
Awesome. Thanks again, Julie. Love having you on.
Okay, bye.
See you guys.